Okay. We are recording. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Yes, it's Wednesday. So, I named the training intentionally growing because I feel like it has a lot to do with I want to talk about a little bit of everything. And then I put, the next 90 days because I know it's more than 90 days until the end of the year, but I mean, I wasn't going to say like 100 and something days. That was weird. So I really wanted to let everyone know like what I plan on doing. Because the thing is, I don't know if you've been in network marketing before, if you've been in another company or even this company, we've done these 90-day pushes before. And that's not necessarily what I'm doing because I feel like a lot of times you think, oh, I'm just going to do this 90-day push. And then a lot of people try to fall off, or it's something. To me, it was taught to, head down, blinders on, ignore your family, work constantly, like all of that. And that's not how I run my life or my business. And I don't preach that either. I don't agree with that. So what it is though is intentionally working your business. So that's why I said intentionally growing for the next 4 months that we have of this year, because if you all don't know, these are bigger months in most companies. And we're usually full momentum mode. I know we have new products coming out, like everything's going to take off. But even if this was the slower time, we're building right now for our spring season. So like, okay, my daughter plays fall ball, but she's still going to be practicing all winter for the spring season. We have to get ready now and do this work now, and build these relationships and grow these seeds and do all the things now, because when spring rolls around, that's when it really, takes off. And what you're reaping right now, the benefits that you're reaping now, the customers that you're signing now have been the seeds that you've planted over the last, 90 days. You see your business flourish every 90 days. So maybe if it's not flourishing right now, what were you doing 90 days ago? So I want you all to think about that. So the work that you're putting in from now until the end of this year, you got to think, we have New Year's resolutions coming up. People are about to, get ready for fall seasons, football, all the things. I mean, here we are, we're about to, I guess it depends on how the season goes and COVID and everything, but with tailgating and stuff, okay, our treat product is coming out. It's perfect for things like that, right? So you really just got to take advantage of the season. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Love that comparison. Thank you. So this is going into fourth quarter. And I say that because, technically it's what we call it anyways, every 3 months, first, second, third, and this is fourth quarter. So the thing is, if you feel like you've been, I don't want to say losing, but if you've been down, just like if you're playing football or basketball or whatever, I guess it's football because it's quarters. But so, okay, you're playing football. You're in your fourth quarter. If you've watched any kind of sports game, the end determines whether you win or not. A team that is losing by 50 points can still come back if they want it bad enough. You can still come back and tie it up and go into overtime or whatever. You're still in the game. The energy and the community and the work that you put in that last quarter is what matters most. So I don't want to say anything that you've done this year doesn't matter, but let's be real. You can end your year however you want to. The next 4 months your life can change next week. Your life can change in the next 30 days. So imagine what you can do in the next 4 months. Have you not hit any of your goals in 2020? That's fine. Let's start now. Pretend it's a whole new year. I'm sure we'd all like to get out of 2020 anyways. So, okay, tomorrow is 2021. Start now. This is the fourth quarter, or you're in overtime, you're whatever. You get a fresh start. You're still in the game. I love that. Exactly. So what you're doing now is setting you up you're going to win the end of this year anyways, but it's setting you up for your spring. It's setting you up for this new year. Don't slack off and not work on your goals. You haven't been working out all summer and then, oh, it's fall, let me just not do anything, gain all the weight, and I'll start back next summer. What you've been working towards, what is the point in showing up to trainings or showing up to work with me or posting on Facebook or whatever if you're not actually working your business? What's the point in doing half of the work and reaping half benefits? So I don't do something today to your future self. Exactly. So I really wanted to put that into perspective. What you're doing now is training you for what's coming. Even if you're brand new today, you're training for what's coming in just a few weeks. So I wanted to talk, like I said, I wanted to just bring up some things. I have had a ton of people. So I'm going to start with this. This is not really the topic that I was going with. People have been asking a ton about growing your network, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever, because there's so many, I don't feel like there's a magic sauce with algorithms anymore. I don't feel like anybody can teach y'all on that. If someone tells you they can sell you on how to work your algorithm, you're going to be wasting money because it's changing every single day. What works today may not work next week. So we constantly have to change the way that we're doing things. You can't, maybe you're in a mom group, and I don't suggest mom groups, but maybe you're in a mom group and you post this post today and it gets you all these women and, you're building relationships, but then the next week, that's not the same energy in that group. Or maybe you added all the people in that group. That's not going to work forever. You have to constantly be changing what you're doing. You can't go on your story and post the same picture of just the same capsules every single morning and people be interested over and over. You have to constantly switch things up. So I do always feel like we're looking for this easy way out, this easy button that says, go to this person's page and add their friends and do that forever. They're going to run out of friends, right? You can't go to this group and add just these people. You can't go on Instagram and go to 15 boutiques and add. You have to switch things up. You have to figure out what works best for you. What works best for Christina may not work best for me. She may follow people that, I don't know, I like Carrie Underwood, but I'm going to use this. Maybe she goes and follows Carrie Underwood people because that's their type of people, but that's not mine. Maybe I go to, hell, I don't even care for Cardi B, but if I went to her page, that's two different type of people that listen to two different types of music and act two different types of ways. So you have to figure out what your people are. Who do you follow? Who are you inspired by? Who do you relate to? That's how you find your people.
Can I get some more pizza?
I don't care. So I really wanted to touch on that because I feel like we have to really be creative nowadays. It's not an easy button. I actually got blocked on Instagram last week for a whole week because I unfollowed people. I didn't even unfollow that many people. So I definitely wanted to say that because I don't want you all to think that you can mass add, mass follow, mass unfollow, or any of those things anymore. That's not how it works. People that have been in network marketing or other companies and spam people have kind of ruined that for us, and Facebook and Instagram has caught on. So that's not how we have to have integrity when we work our business. We have to be genuine. I'm not, say Christina is just somebody that I like. She's not in this business. I'm not about to just go to her page and add her just because I want her to buy from me. We have to be genuine. And when I go to someone's page, I have to think, do I really want to be friends with them? Whether they buy from me or not, would I want them on my team? You can't just go in and add anybody and everybody. You can't just go in and add anybody and everybody at all times because you don't want anybody and everybody on your team. You have to, and I know I've said this a million times, but I know when you're new, you think that you just want people on your team. You don't. You want the right people on your team. You want the people that are going to come in and get it and just match your efforts and, listen to what you say and what you teach and run with that. Not the people that are just negative constantly and post, whatever, that doesn't relate to you at all. You're going to exhaust yourself. So I'm telling you this now because I've learned from all of this. So I just really want you all to be mindful when you all are adding people and following people, because the thing is, like I said, I got blocked. So if I'm going to get blocked from following or unfollowing or whatever, I'm going to make it count. I'm going to make sure I'm adding the right people. I'm following the right people. Because if I'm just following anyone and everyone and it wasn't my cup of tea and I'm blocked for a week, was it worth it? So I want you all to think about that. So anybody that's teaching mass adding, mass following, mass unfollow, like all these things, that doesn't work. I'm here to tell you, I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but you're going to get blocked. And you don't want that. I couldn't do anything for a week. Not post, not like, not comment, nothing. I could be in my stories and that was it. So that cut out, a part of my business that I work 24/7. So anyways, I just wanted to put all that out there. Be careful who we have on a team. Exactly. So anyways, back to what I did want to talk about with intentionally just growing over the next 90 days. The things that are going to build your business, because I didn't want to come on here and just say things that we all know. But the things that are going to build your business, what, child?
I'm going to put a pizza in my microwave.
30 seconds. It shouldn't be cold. Okay. So like a daily task list, I want to point some things out. Every single day, you should be showing yourself taking the products, making the shakes, making or taking or doing whatever, and change it up every day. I know we say this all the time, but it's so important because I get more engagement when I go on and I show my face and I'm making my products and talking or something. I get more engagement from that than when I do a boomerang of my capsules. But I switch it up. I switch it every other day or whatever. And then another thing, I know we've told you all this before, but I think it's a good reminder. Start posting at least one Plusline product a week or even a day. Pick one and post it every single day for a week or a month. Do you take balance every single night? Post that every single night. Same thing, switch it up. Talk about it, boomerang it, put it in a cute little picture with recharge or whatever. Pick a Plusline product. Like I know for sure, my friend Kiana, when she signs promoters, she sends them a couple Plusline products. So like she usually does like Blast, Activate, and Boost because that's something that she drinks every day. Majority of her promoters that come in are like, I'm not just getting the 3 steps. So I want Blast, Activate, and Boost because they've tried it. Whether it was a mini or, maybe they signed up as just a 200 pack, they end up going in and buying those extra Plusline products. They don't get the attention that they should. We don't give them the praise as much as we should. Balance is life-changing. If you go without it for a month, after you've been taking it, you'll realize you should have been talking about it every night and been taking it every night. You can do Activate. You can do Sculpt. There's so many different products. Pick one. And I don't, I'm not telling you to go out and buy a bunch of different things. You should be using your product credits anyways, but pick one. If you can only afford your 3 steps and one Plusline product, fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Pick one Plusline product and talk about it and see what happens. I bet you people will start asking about it because sometimes people aren't interested in just the 3 steps. That's fine. Some people even get, Activate instead of shakes. That's fine. People, sometimes they don't like taking capsules, even though they can open them up, that's fine too. They can try something else. They can do Activate and shakes. So make sure that you're giving people more options than just the usual. So make sure you're doing that every single day, every day. Make sure that you're posting every day something about you or your story. So you can talk, past, present, future. I know a lot of people always ask, I'm not making a ton of money right now. What do I post about? Did you sell a sample? Did it put gas in your car? Talk about that. Do you have plans to do things? When you get your first month of checks, are you saving them to pay off a credit card or pay a credit card payment? Talk about that. When you're honest and you're real and you're sharing who you are and what you're doing and why you're doing this, like, of course, if I'm on my stories and I'm like, I paid off this credit card and I have a paid for Mercedes and I have this and I have that, of course people are going to reach out. But that doesn't mean that you can't talk about the little things, the diapers that you buy, the gas you put in your car. Think about the little things that you use it for. Did you go to Starbucks and buy a $5 drink because your check was only $10? Okay, fine. That's fine. Other people want Starbucks too. Other people want to go to Target with a $50 check that they didn't have. Chick-fil-A money. Exactly. Any little thing that you can think of that just makes you happy. Maybe you like candles. Did you get to buy a candle this month when you usually don't get to spend anything on yourself? Did you get your nails done? What are your goals here? Talk about that. That relates to other people. Because you got to think, and you all may relate to this, but some women, you know, whether they work or don't work, they don't have the extra. Maybe they're a single mom or their husband pays all the bills, so they don't want to ask him for, you know, the money to get her nails done. Think about the little things that maybe you've struggled with or that they could possibly struggle with. Because don't we feel good when we get our hair done? There are some women out there that can't afford that. So what would they do with that extra $100 a month? Do they want their hair done? Is there anything wrong with that? Do they want candles? Do they want just something for themselves? So make sure you're talking about that, because that could literally be the reason that they reach out. They don't care about the expensive luxuries. They just want the little things. They just want their water paid. They just want cable. A lot of people don't even have cable. Maybe they just want to be able to do that. Maybe they just want to be able to tell their husband, here's $50 on rent, just because. So you can talk about blessings. I know our community is a huge blessing. Do you talk about that? Do you post on your stories that you're on the Zooms every day? You know, whether it's work with me or, you know, I'm never alone, or I have this community behind me. We're constantly growing together. What other blessings are here? Do you have a car that's paid for? Even if you don't have one like through the company, you know, like the BMW or whatever. Do you get that $300 auto bonus every month? Talk about that. Any blessings in your life, talk about that. But even not related to the business. Maybe somebody gifted you food this week. I know Brittany had gifted us leaders today, Starbucks. Like she sent her Starbucks card and was like, Starbucks on me. That's a blessing. I manifested that Starbucks thing because I really wanted a matcha. And I didn't have to pay for it. That was a blessing. Even if it was $5. I posted it on my story. Anybody would love to be a part of a community where someone just says, hey, go get Starbucks on me. So make sure you're talking about that. You're sharing about what you're a part of. I feel like I've been all off topic, but the next thing is this is something that I've pretty much been doing pretty intentionally, but go to your Facebook friends list. So, you know, we're always growing our network. I think a lot of times we get caught up in growing our numbers and mass adding and mass enrolling or mass adding and mass following or whatever, that we don't focus on who's already in our corner, who's already constantly following us, who's already engaging with us. So I want you to go to your Facebook friends. You can sort from like, I think when it pulls up, it's like newest to oldest. Switch it. Go from oldest to newest. Who's been on your Facebook the longest? They might not be seeing your posts, or they may be seeing your post and they're engaging with you already. Go show love back. That's how you get back. I know I see, like, I'll scroll my timeline and I'll be like, dang, I haven't seen this person in forever. They may have been following me and, you know, engaging with me this whole time, but I had other people that I was focused on, or I was focused on adding 50 new people. So make sure that you're really taking care. Just, you know, it's just like if we were just signing new customers, but we weren't worried about our old customers. Well, that's not right, is it? So make sure you're taking care of your network that you've had through all of this. Because I'm telling you, if they've been on my Facebook for the last 5 or 6 years, they've seen some spam. They've seen some black, green, and bling all up and down my timeline, and I should go thank them for sticking around this long. So that's been huge. I do that a lot. Like if I am talking to someone, maybe they've reached out about a product or just commented on my kids or whatever. I'm like, that's how I start a conversation. I'm like, I'll scroll up and I'll see that maybe I sent them a cold message or some crap, 50 follow-up messages every Friday. I don't know. And I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, I just want to say I'm sorry for the past and all the messages I sent you, but thank you for sticking around and always supporting me or whatever. Because them liking your post, that's support. They don't have to buy nothing from you to support you. I have people that don't buy from me and they share my posts, they comment, they engage with me. That's helping my business. So I want to make sure that I'm showing that love back. But you can pick 25 people a day and go comment and, you don't have to do that much. That's fine. Do 10 or 15. My kid's sleepy and she's up my butt, so good luck with this. But pick, 10 people a day and go show them love. All you got to do is like a few posts, maybe 2, 3, comment on a couple, 4 words or more. Just make sure that you're really showing them that you see them, because we all want to be seen, right? And then the same thing with Instagram. You can go and do like your most recent, or you can change it to your old ones. Do the same thing. But you also, on Instagram, I will say you do want to engage with your most recent people, like your most recent people that you followed, so they can start following you back and see that you're a real person. You didn't just follow them for no reason. And the thing is, anytime you're adding people or you're following people, they're going to go look at your stories and see what you're about. So what's in your stories? Is it all spam? Or is it you and your crazy kids and your crazy life, and you're just relating and showing that, like if they went to mine today, they're going to see that my friend bought me Starbucks today. And they're probably going to think, I wish somebody would buy me Starbucks. Maybe I need to be a part of what she's about. So that was pretty self-explanatory, engage with people, add new people, engage with them too. So another thing that I've done a couple times, and it really got me a lot of, so say a lot of people aren't reaching out to you right now. Things are a little slow. That's fine. Start reaching out to people, not about the products, but to get conversation started. So I know I sent this message out. I'm trying to think of what it said, but I went to all of my viewers on my stories on Instagram. I didn't do it on Facebook back then, I don't think, but I did Instagram, and I literally messaged everyone and was like, hey girl, I seen that you viewed my stories. I just wanted to say thank you for, keeping up with me. And maybe you just flip through and don't listen or watch or whatever, and that's fine too. But I just wanted to say thank you, and I see you, and I hope you have a great day. It was something super simple, and I had so many freaking conversations from that. It's not even funny. I had so many people flip it and be like, yeah, I've been looking at those products that you do. What is it? Or yeah, I've been wondering about what you do. What do you do? Can you tell me more? It brought up so much stuff. It's not even funny. My inbox was booming. So that's just, I don't care if you only get 25 viewers. That's 25 people you can message. And some of them may be spam or whatever, and that's fine too. But it weeds and seeds. You can block those spammers. And then you have genuine people watching you. Oh my God. That's sweet. So that was another thing. And if you just take it day by day, if you can't sit down and message 100 people, sit down and just do 10. Hey girl, thank you for watching my stories. I don't know if you just are clicking through or if you keep up with my life. I just wanted to say thank you. Something so freaking simple and you. Let's see. This is something that I started doing this week. And I've had a lot of conversations from it. It's brought up some stuff. But I always reach out to my customers. So that's one thing. I keep up with my customers. What is that noise? I keep up with my customers. I follow up with them, make sure they're happy. They have their products, they're good to go. But one thing that I started doing with people that are my customers and, they're constantly buying from me, they keep their product on auto ship. I've been hitting them with something so simple and not spammy because we talk, but I have just been saying something like, so side note, and I'm like, ... Have you thought about doing what I do? Just left it at that. Have you, you could say something like, have you thought about bringing in extra money by doing what I'm doing? Because like I said, a lot of people will share my stuff for me or engage because they know it helps me. So when they're like, well, what do you do? What you see me doing. That's it. I post on my stories and my Facebook and I talk to people. Because at the end of the day, it is that simple. So it just sparks that curiosity in their mind. Maybe they don't think they're interested, but now they're going to notice your business posts. Now they're going to go check out your stories and see what you're doing. Now they're going to go to your page and look at all your posts and see how you're doing it. But it just gives that little thought. And if they're not interested, that's fine too. You didn't offend them. You didn't be like, oh my gosh, join my team. No, you just asked a question. Have you thought about doing this before? And then it may bring up some, some, what are they called? Limited beliefs. Maybe they're like, oh, well, I can't sell things. Girl, me either. That's not what I do. So it may bring up like, oh, well, I don't have the money. Well, that's the perfect reason to start then. So it's just any little thing that you can bring up, but it just puts yourself out there. Like I said, if they say no, that's fine. They're a customer. Keep it moving. But I wanted to put something in perspective. This is what got me with it. If you message, and maybe you don't have this many customers, and that's fine, but it can be anybody, any potentials or anything. If you messaged 10 people a day, just throwing numbers out there, 10 people a day, and you were like, hey, side note, I was just wondering if you've ever thought about this before. 10 people a day for 30 days is 300 people. 300 people that you were just kind of like, hey, have you thought about this? Do you need extra money? 300 people. Okay, so if we're doing 90 days, that's 900 people because, you got to constantly be adding people. So I think that'll also put it into perspective for you that if you don't have that many people to reach out to, that's where you need to work at. You're not adding enough people. You're not talking to enough people. Your content's not where it needs to be to where more people are reaching out. So this is just little ways that you can critique yourself and think, am I doing enough? Because it's at the end of the day, it's not about doing more work. It's about being intentional with what we are doing. You don't need to be on Facebook all day scrolling and liking stuff and engaging with everybody and their mama. No, but you need to be intentional about, you can do this stuff in 30 to 40 minutes a day, an hour a day, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. However you need to do it, it can be done. You don't have to live on your phone, and you don't have to feel guilty for not living on your phone. So there's a fine line between all that. But once you get disciplined enough to just get it done and be done, because listen, we all handle a lot of things. Like this month has been hell for me, honestly. Like I'm doing virtual school and just all the things. But do I make an excuse and say I can't work my business? No, it doesn't take long. If I need to wait till the kids go to bed, then I need to wait till the kids go to bed and do it. But it gets done. So I want you all to think about these things. If you don't have enough people to talk to, you're not adding enough. If you don't have people engaging with you, you're not engaging enough. If people aren't reaching out, your content and your stories need to be changed, switched up or leveled up or something. There's something not there. Something's not connecting. And like I said, you're not doing enough, but it's not about like doing. It's about being intentional with what you are doing. Let me think. What else did I not do? We talked about adding people. Another thing, people always message me and ask me how I sell so many minis, how I sell so many sample packs, how I'm, whatever. So the thing is, it comes down to everything that I just shared, adding, talking to people, following up with people, making sure my stories and my posts are right. And there's always people coming to me, but I talk about them. I don't talk about samples like once a week. I talk about them, if not every day. I'm not like, oh my gosh, every day buy my samples. No, but almost every day I'm like, oh, my kids are driving me crazy. I need to clean up. Oh, by the way, I got to pack up a mini pack. If you want one, let me know. Just any little way to throw it in there is how I'm going to throw it in there. Because I want people, it's not about making that cash for me. If that's what it is for you, obviously the cash helps. I'm not saying it doesn't help me, but at the end of the day, it's getting it into people's hands. I know 9 times out of 10, when they try those minis, they're ready to order at some point. They're going to love it. They're going to want to do the business. Samples will literally change it. Exactly. And I know that's what my team does a lot of, is sell samples, because I think we talk about it so much. Like even my newbies, when they come in, they're like pumped up because they sold their first sample, because that's what we push. You want people to try 3 days. Maybe they can't afford the $150 right now. That's fine. $25 and you can try it for 3 days. And then they're going to be hooked and they're going to figure out the $150. That's how it always works. So you have to get these samples in people's hands. So that was another thing that I wanted to challenge you all. So you're making sure that you're posting your 3 steps every day. I think we all know this. It's honed in so much that we know to put our 3 steps on our stories every day. So I am challenging you all to do a plus line product in your stories pretty much every day, and talk about minis pretty much every day, and watch what changes. So if you're doing these daily actions every day, It's going to compound. If you're talking to, I don't know, 5 people a day, that's what's half of 300? Because I know 10, 300, 150, 150 new people that were interested in your products or your business or whatever. And then the other thing I'm going to end with is if you all have any questions, you can go ahead and drop them now. Cafe with chocolate. See, a lot of people, we have pumpkin spice right now. I know that's not a plus line product, that's a shade, but maybe somebody doesn't want pumpkin spice every day. So we can count it as a plus line product because that can just be a little extra that they want. Another thing that I want to point out before I end it, because I don't like to keep y'all on here forever. Every single week, this isn't something you have to do every day, but at least once a week, you need to be talking about product credits. Free freaking product. We run our businesses for free. That is not a thing everywhere. So people need to know that that's a thing here. Could you talk about pre-selling samples? Yes, I'll talk about that. But you need to talk about I don't care if you've never earned free product credit. Talk about it. It's an option. Or maybe you're brand new and you're going for your first $100 in free product for your VIP 800. Talk about it. You need to let people know that we get our stuff for free here. It's different here. We don't buy our own products. It's that good that the company just lets us earn it because they just want us to have it and share it with the world. So make sure you're talking about product credits every single week. Deals, obviously you all post about the deals. If we have a sale or whatever, you can run your own sale. Make sure you're talking about those every week. And then payday. Again, I don't care if your check was $25. What did you do with the $25? I don't care if your check was $10 and it didn't even transfer. Did you turn it into product credits and get some product or give a customer $10 off their order? You talking about free products is literally why I joined you. Because we came from another company that we had to buy our own product. What? There was like 1 million products and we spent $1 million every month. And we had to pay for our back office. That's not a thing here either. Talk about that. People need to know that. You should not be spending more money than you're making for years. That if you aren't earning your free product every month, that's what you need to start with. There's no reason that you shouldn't earn your free product every month. I'll just be real. It only takes 2 auto ship customers. If you're not getting that, then you need to get to the root of that problem. Get with your upline or whoever and figure out why you're not getting that. Because you can't be doing all the things and being and doing everything that you're supposed to be doing and not at least getting 2 customers a month. So I need you all to check yourself. I'm not here to get real and be rude and try to check you all. I need you to check yourself and figure out what you're not doing or what you're not doing right. I don't want to say you're doing something wrong, but so let me see. Pre-selling samples if you don't have any more. So I don't do math, but take that 150 and divide it by 25 and I don't know, 25 minis, $25 minis, and figure out how many you need to sell to get that 150 in product. Or if you need to spend that 100, that's why packs are very important when you start. Because almost all the people that I sign come in on a 400 pack because they know. They're like, I need my own product and I need to sell samples like you because they see me posting about them every day. They want to do that too. So they know that that's an investment that they do need to make. And I know we run our business for free here, but sometimes you do need to invest in yourself. When I've ordered 800 packs, that pushed me. It does something in here that it's like you gotta make that back before your husband sees or something. Like you gotta sometimes you gotta invest in yourself. Thank you, Candy. Six minis. So make it a freaking goal to pre-sell 6 minis. And you can just casually say, people know pre-selling nowadays. I think everybody's company's done this. If they want to help you, maybe it's family and friends. Hey, I'm just trying to get the money together to order a pack so I can send out these minis. 6 minis, 6 people. Or maybe you can have someone buy a couple. That's 150. You can get your 3 steps, sell all those samples, and then those people are going to want to order. They're going to order, they're going to whatever. But my thing is, I'll be honest, if we didn't earn free product, I'd buy mine every month. I'm not going without my capsules ever in life. Ever. I don't live. If there was one product, it'd be capsules. Like, I will never go a day without them ever. So I know that if they stopped product credits tomorrow, I'm spending $60 a month because we ain't doing it. So you have, if you don't love your products enough to make an investment in yourself, like, I don't preach spending money. I don't tell people to buy packs. I don't tell people to buy this deal or it's every sale that's going on or whatever. I don't. But if I had to, I would. I'm just being honest. Like, my products mean that much to me. And I know that if I'm not using the products, I can't sell something I'm not using myself. If I don't like Starbucks, I'm not going to tell somebody to go to Starbucks. So she's about to start. I already knew it. It's cutoff time. So I hope all of this helped. Sorry, y'all. Hope all of this helped. If you have any questions, you can always go on the thread in Hustle and Thrive Tribe and ask any questions. You all can message me anytime. But I hope all of this helped, and I hope you all have a great Wednesday night, and I love y'all.